Hey, how's it going? It's Ollie here. So, as an entrepreneur, you're always looking for opportunities, right? I've actually found one that is so exciting. I've been wanting to tell you about this for a little while, but I was hesitant. So why was I hesitant? Now, whenever you see a new opportunity come across your desk as an entrepreneur, there's a couple of things I'm always doing. So first, I'm trying to check, number one, is this just shiny object syndrome? Right? Is it something that I'm just really excited about just because it's new? The other question I'm asking is this opportunity just full of hype for hype's sake, and because there's a load of noise it looks really good, but actually it's not? Or is it actually something substantial? Right? Because if you compare something like, I don't know, cryptocurrency with NFTs, cryptocurrency, although massively volatile, does look like it's here to stay, but NFTs, not so much. So when I saw this new opportunity, I was a little skeptical in the beginning, right? I was a little skeptical. Now that skepticism is pretty much gone. In China, the opportunity I'm talking about currently has a market size of 900 billion. Right, that's nearly the same size as the whole e-commerce industry in America. And the one company that I'm talking about in this video has multiplied its valuation by 7 times in the past 3 years. So it seems like we are at the precipice. We are right about to see this thing take off and expand just from being in China to being global. So what is it I'm actually talking about? I've been teasing you for the past couple of minutes. The thing I'm talking about is online live selling. Now, this all started to shift in the West when QVC got in trouble. So have you heard of QVC? Kind of like the tele-shopping channels that would run 24/7. They're always flogging something on there. They've always got some kind of discount going on, a lot of scarcity. And this is a massive, massive business. Like at one point, they were doing 10.9 billion annually. This is like pre-2023. But in 2023, their revenue started to slip. They went from doing 10.9 billion a year down to 8.3 billion a year, which is a pretty massive reduction in revenue. Like imagine you getting paid, I don't know, 10k a month, and all of a sudden you get paid 8k a month. Might not sound like, in that example, like it's too crazy, but they had massive amounts of fixed costs and also massive amounts of debt repayments. So QVC owed 6.6 billion in debt. They had huge monthly payments to pay off this debt. So imagine having your income reduced by 20%, but having a massive debt payment every month. You're going to feel very squeezed. Long story short, QVC filed for bankruptcy, right? So they got Chapter 11 bankruptcy. And we thought they were just going to completely fold as a company. But what actually happened is 5 billion of the debt was written off, and now they just owe 1 billion, and they've kind of managed to scrape by. So what are QVC doing now to make sure they don't continue to lose out on growth and continue to pay back their debt and regain profitability? Well, it comes back to live online shopping. This is an industry that is absolutely about to blow up in the West. Like I said, in China, they're doing nearly $1 trillion a year with live online shopping. And the UK is starting to pick up, and so is America. Now, one of the biggest channels for live online shopping in the UK is Whatnot. Whatnot. Now, I don't really talk about other platforms on this channel other than Amazon very often. Like I said, I'm skeptical. I don't want to bring you something that's just a fad or that is just hype or just rubbish. I like to really properly vet things, try them out myself, and see if something is real or whether it's just a passing fancy that everyone's getting excited about and it's going to disappear. This platform seems like it's here to stay. Here's why. So in 2023, they did 139 million. 2024, they did 357 million, so they more than doubled. And in 2025, they did $1 billion in revenue. Think about that for a second. They've 7 times the size of their company in 3 years. So that kind of level of growth is kind of similar to what we saw with Amazon in the early days. Amazon went from like 500,000 to like 16 million the following year. eBay absolutely blew up, went from like a few thousand or a couple 100,000 to multiple millions. And we're starting to see this trajectory with Whatnot as well. So what this video is about really is for you to consider testing selling some stuff on the platform, right? So let me explain why I think this is a good opportunity right now. So Whatnot is an immature platform, right? It's an immature platform. What does that mean? Well, Amazon is a mature platform. Amazon's been around forever. I mean, they started in, 1995? They started allowing third-party sellers onto the platform in 2006. They've been doing that for 20 years. Fast forward to today, they've increased their fees. They've made advertising more expensive. They've had pressure from brands to really lock down and monitor who is selling what. And Amazon don't need new sellers. Like, they'll take them, they want them, but they're not desperate. They can turn sellers away at this point. Whatnot is the exact opposite. They're an immature platform. They're desperate for growth. They really want new sellers. And if you are a new seller looking to sell on the platform, they will treat you like royalty. Right now, Whatnot's kind of like the Wild West, right? There's low regulation. You can basically sell anything on there. Unfortunately, right now, there's quite a lot of counterfeit activity on Whatnot, as you can imagine. Not good for the buyers, and you have to be careful when you're buying high value items on there. But for the sellers, I mean, this is like a playground. This is like exactly where you want to be if you're selling physical products, right? It's kind of like how Amazon was back in 2013, 2014. Another good thing about Whatnot is the fees are insanely low. Like, we're talking 8%, right? 4 to 8%. Like, to put it in perspective, Amazon's fees start at 15%. Right, for the referral fee. So almost half the fees of Amazon. Pretty much zero advertising is needed right now. Like, most of the traffic you're going to get is going to be on it, all organic. It's quite easy to get followers right now because there's a lot of buyers and there just aren't that many live shows yet. Like, there's just not many. If you go into any category, there's a handful of people doing shows. So, you can see that there are gaps in the market waiting to be filled. So I think Whatnot definitely has potential if you're looking to either build a new business or looking to take stock that you already have and just find a new channel to sell it on. So yeah, maybe let's talk for a second about how does it actually work? Well, on Whatnot, rather than you just going to a website and looking at a long listing with maybe some videos and some pictures and some explanation about what you're buying, Whatnot's basically run a live show, right? So you could hold up your phone or put it on a stand, hit the stream button, and then you just auction off products. You either do an auction or you do a buy it now price. And you get a bunch of viewers in the show and they bid for what's currently on the screen. Whoever gets the highest bid wins. And these auctions are like quick. Like, I'm talking like it'll be like 5 seconds until basically it's sold. So people are just frantically bidding on whatever's on the screen. One of the best things about it is you get real scarcity. If there's like 1,000 people watching your stream and you only have 5 units of a product, like, people get into like bidding frenzies. And really, can sometimes pay elevated prices for products simply because of the scarcity. Like when you're selling stuff, real scarcity is one of the best things you can have. And it's the problem of selling on Amazon. It's like everything constantly, there's unlimited stock. So people will wait like weeks before they ever buy anything. So that can actually be fun as a Whatnot seller, like having that kind of opportunity. Another thing that's cool is gamification. So the second you sign up to Whatnot, you get the similar kind of experience to Temu, where there's coupons, there's like levels, there's discounts and stuff that you get. They have a point system, right? So, with credit cards, when you sign up with a credit card, they just want you to get points. Why do they do that? Why are points a thing? Well, because the credit card companies have tested every other way to get you to spend all your credit limit, from giving away like free printers to vouchers to other things like cash back and stuff. Nothing makes human beings want to spend more money than points. Something psychologically about points that really affects us emotionally. My theory is that that's why you also get points on your driving license. Something about points affects you emotionally. Same thing with VAT. If you pay your VAT late, there's now a points system that gets put in place. I think as humans, we kind of have a love-hate relationship with points. We don't want to get points as a punishment for doing something bad, and we do want to get points as a reward for doing something good. So Whatnot has really cottoned on to this, and they know how to get you to spend. In fact, one of the negatives about this platform is that people are genuinely developing addictions. Like some people have Whatnot addiction and they just can't get off the app. They go on, they get drawn into all this gamification, almost like casino-like style of being sold to, and they just keep buying stuff. Like for me, every time I open the app, I pretty much end up spending money, right? Because it's just, there's so many ways to keep you locked in to the shows. One of these ways is giveaways. So when you're performing a show, you can run a giveaway, choose the length of time, it's like 5 minutes, and then you can give away something for free. And all people do is they click the button to join the giveaway, the viewers, and all they have to do is follow you. So this is one of the ways you can get followers. But the genius thing about these giveaways is they last 5 minutes. So if someone's entered the giveaway, they're going to sit on your live for at least 5 minutes to see if they've won or not. This keeps them engaged and makes it more likely they're going to bid on the next item. All right, so Whatnot have taken everything that QVC did really well with teleshopping, but they've put it into an app, made it extremely addictive, right? And so this means as a seller, it's one of the best ways to actually sell things on an emerging platform that's immature with cheap fees. And I really think it's something you should consider adding into your e-commerce business. So what I've decided to do next Thursday, on the 20th of August, at 7 p.m. UK time, I've decided to run an online intensive where I'm going to show you how to build a Whatnot business. And I'm going to show you how to do it without doing the live stream yourself. Because if there's one thing you probably, maybe you do, maybe you don't want to be doing all the time, is having to do these live streams where you talk to the camera for hours on end, right, every week. If you are a bubbly person, you love being on camera and you like presenting, you can do that. There's also ways you can do it without showing your face, just showing the products. A lot of sellers do that. But I'm going to be showing you a way of running this business without doing any live streams yourself, because I think that's a better way to build an empire on this platform, and there's many sellers doing it that way already. So if you want to join, there's a link in the description. You get an amazing deal. I'm going to throw in a load of bonuses, a load of other trainings, a load of things to help you with the Whatnot business, to get it started, to find some products, to find some suppliers, to analyze them, etc. And we're going to have an amazing time on this live. It's basically going to be like watching, like a course. attending a workshop, but instead of you just watching videos, we do it live. So it's interactive. There'll be questions, and I'll be getting you to do stuff on the session as well. So we actually make some progress, and you get a recording as well. So if you can't make it live, then you can watch the recording and you still get to access everything. So click the link in the description, grab your ticket for the session. There's only 100 spots available because I don't want too many people on the session, and there is a limit with my webinar software as well. So yeah, grab your place. And look, thanks so much for watching this video. Go check out Whatnot either way, because I think this kind of method of shopping is going to evolve. Go check out the data yourself. Go see the growth of these companies. Go look at eBay. Open the eBay app and there's live selling all over the place. TikTok is the same. And I've got a feeling Amazon is going to start doing it at some point too. Maybe they'll acquire Whatnot at one point. Before that happens, and while it's still the Wild West, there's a lot of money to be made on this platform. So definitely go check it out. All right. Click the link in the description, go grab your ticket, hit like, hit subscribe, leave a comment, tell me what you think about live selling opportunities and whether you would like to build this kind of business. And look, I'll catch you very soon. Thanks for watching. Hey, go watch another video on my channel somewhere as well in the meantime. And yeah, we'll catch up very soon.